Como comes out with an important 3-0 win against Lazio. Huge scoreline. Great, almost a hat trick for NICO PAZ. He looked great this game. And here we're going to go in starting 11. For me, Como, I've been a huge fan of what Cesc Fabregas has done in the past, year, 2-3 years with Como signing. He signs, obviously not big name players. They were a small club. They still are technically, and they're just performing to a huge extent. But the signings, you bring in NICO PAZ, which I've favored for years. Perón, Jesus Rodriguez from Real Betis, Jacob Ramon, Diego Carlos from Sevilla, and then he moved to Aston Villa. A lot of La Masia talents, a lot of Castilla talents, a lot of players. In Spain especially, Cesc Fabregas has a great connection from over there. So he's done great. He's done spectacularly for Como. And then coming to the Lazio side, for me, I think I didn't, Lazio are at home, and in the first half, I felt like Lazio were pressuring hard, and they could have, for me, they could have had chances score, but then Como just outperformed them, especially there. I almost forgot Sergio Roberto's in this team, but NICO PAZ missed a penalty. He could have had a hat trick. I think Como just sits really well, and they're 100% a team that are going to get European football. I fully believe that. They have the players, they have the coach, they have the talent, and I'm a huge fan. You're a huge fan of what he has done there. Here in the league table, we can see here, they are still in 6th place. Champions League football is not out in consideration. They were 5-6 points behind Roma. And obviously NICO PAZ has been linked to join back Real Madrid. He's probably going to leave at the end of the season, so maybe his goal is qualify for European football. Last season they had a season no one expected them to do. They placed to 13th, I want to believe. Is there a way I can check? Oops, wrong button. I don't know what I did. Seasons. Let's check. I clicked the wrong one. Great. I believe 10th or 13th. One of those two are in my mind. They finished 10th last season, so they blew expectations, and no one really believed or thought that they were gonna place that high. And then now look at them; they're in contention for European football. They have a pretty decent gap against Atalanta, closing the gap with Lazio. So yeah, it's a huge performance there, and the Rebel of Juve there, who here and there they can perform good at one. Juve is just really an inconsistent team, so there was that. Napoli, who's been drawing a lot, and then obviously Inter and the two Milan teams who are basically fighting out for the league title this season. Especially in Italian football, there's been a lot of draws. I feel like every week one of the top 5 teams draw. Like a Juve can win a game, then lose and draw. Roma can win, and then lose or draw. Roma hasn't even had a match this match, but you know what I mean. The losses, they have 7 losses this season, but 14 wins. Como's a team that's been tying a lot. Same with Milan, and then you have Inter. So yeah, the season has, for me, I think it's a really entertaining season so far. I think finally Serie A is getting to the point where now it's not just one team that's going crazy. They have multiple teams that are in contention for league titles. You have Inter, who has been dominating Italy for the past 4 years. They made 2 Champions League finals. So yeah, they looked great. And then you have AC Milan, who had a terrible season last year. They won the Scudetto in 22, so it's been a couple years where they haven't been that level yet. And then you have Napoli, who just the league champions. You have their star Scott McTominay, and now they're fighting to win the Scudetto again. And then you have Roma, who are finally after years that they haven't been really there. They won the Conference League, yes, but in the league they really never been favorites to win. And they've been now they're 7 points away, so it's not a close gap, but anything's possible. And then Juve, who are just inconsistent. I feel like they're 100% capable of winning, and they have the good players. I don't like the signings that they bring in. I don't think it works well. You have 3 strikers. What are you gonna do with a Jonathan David, an Openda, and a Vlahovic? That's not you can't. You guys try to work around it. This team is nowhere near the level where it was 10 years ago. That 10 years ago team was superb and dominant. And then, of course, Como, who are an underrated team, bringing young talents and working well under Cesc Fabregas. So the season Serie has been very entertaining. You can see here NICO PAZ. He was originally the top assister and scorer, but now it's Martinez. This was Rodriguez, who hasn't scored a goal yet for Como in the Serie, but 6 assists, huge. And then you have De Gea for Fiorentina, but I'm pretty sure they're in last, 17th place. So yeah, yeah, it has been an entertaining season, and it's a huge win for Como, and see how they will do. I think they'll probably stay 6th for the rest of the season. I don't think they're going to drop fast. You know, these teams just have more money. They have more depth. They have more players. So obviously, I think they're going to do there. I don't think Como might get Champions League. I think if they actually, no, I don't think they will. But you know, huge win for Como here. Almost a huge brace from NICO PAZ, almost a hat trick.